everyone, my name is Vincent Aladad and I am here to report about the admixture. So let's start.
Review about what is admixture. Admixtures are natural or manufactured chemicals which are added to the concrete before or during mixing. The most often used admixture are air entraining agents, water reducers, water reducing retarders, and accelerators. So basically, admixtures are chemicals na atong gina-add sa concrete for a certain purpose.
Let's proceed to the types of admixture.
Air detraining admixtures. Air detraining admixtures are used to remove the excess air from the concrete voids. The aggregates may release the gas into concrete and air entrained is more than required, then this type of admixtures are useful. The purpose of air detraining admixture is to remove the excess air sa concrete. So, di ba ang concrete naman ay mga voids. So, air detraining admixtures kay gina-remove niya na siya. And for example, ano na picture. Kung makita na to na siya mga buslot-buslot. So, mo ni siya ang example sa concrete na walay air detraining admixture. So makita na to na siya yung mga dagko na mga unsa na mga buslot. So if na siya air detraining admixture, possible na kana siya gamay na siya. Next, alkali aggregate expansion preventing admixtures. Alkali aggregate expansion in concrete is happened by the reaction of alkali of cement with the silica present in the aggregates. It forms a gel-like substance and causes volumetric expansion of concrete, which may lead to cracking and disintegration. Nabuo ang alkali aggregate expansion due to the reactions of alkali of cement and the silica present in the aggregates, and it will cause lead cracking and disintegration sa atoang concrete. Use of pozzolanic admixtures will prevent the alkali aggregate reactions. In some cases, air retraining admixtures are also useful. Generally, used admixture to reduce the risk of alkali aggregation reactions are aluminum powder and lithium salt. Here are some effects of alkali aggregation expansion. So, muna siya na yung mga crack ang concrete due sa alkali aggregation expansion. So, we need the preventing admixture so dili siya mag-ingani-ingani, magkadugay. Next, anti-washout admixtures. Anti-washout admixtures are used in concrete, especially for underwater concrete structure. It protects the concrete mix from being washed out under water pressure. It improves the cohesiveness of concrete. These type of admixtures are prepared from natural or synthetic rubbers, cellulose-based thickeners, and etc. Basically, ang anti-washout admixture is ginamix sa concrete para dili siya ma-wash out under water pressure. And it improves the cohesiveness of concrete. So, para masabtan na itong maayo, here is a sample picture. So, diri makita na to na sa A, na walay anti-washout admixture, and sa B, na naay anti-washout admixture. So, di ba ang purpose ato niya is to protect the concrete mix. So, makita na to sa B, na wala jud siya na wash out ang concrete mix. And sa A, na wash out siya tungod wala siya anti-wash out. So, mao na siya ang purpose sa anti-wash out admixture. To protect the concrete mix from being washed out. Next, grouting admixtures. Grouting admixtures are added to grout materials to improve the grout properties according to the requirement of grout. Sometimes there is a need of a quick set grout, and sometimes there is a need of slow set grout to spread into deep cracks or fissures. Different admixtures are used as grout admixtures based on situation. Accelerators like calcium chloride, tritanolamine, etc. are used as grout admixtures when the grout is to be set rapidly. Similarly, retarders like mucic acid, gypsum, and etc. are used to slow down the setting time of grout. Gas-forming admixtures like aluminum powder is added to grout material to counteract the settle of condition. So the purpose of grouting admixture is to strengthen or improve the grout properties according to the requirement of grout. It is either there is a need of quick set grout or there is a need of a slow set grout. So there are different admixtures na ginagamit sa quick set grout and slow set grout. And now, let's proceed sa example picture. Muna siya ang example picture sa grouting mixture na sila gina-inject. Next, corrosion preventing admixtures. Corrosion of steel in reinforced concrete structure is general and it is severe when the structure is exposed to saline water, industrial fumes, chlorides, and etc. To prevent or to slow down the process of corrosion, preventing admixtures are used. Some of the corrosion preventing admixtures used in reinforced concrete are sodium benzoate, sodium nitrite, and etc. Corrosion preventing admixtures are used to prevent or to slow down the process of corrosion sa atuang steel na nasa reinforced concrete structure. So, kibali, ginapugngan niya or gina-slow down lang niya ang corrosion o ang pagtaya sa atuang bakal na nasa atuang nasagulan og cement. And sodium benzoate, sodium nitrite are some examples na ginagamit na admixtures to slow down or to prevent the corrosion sa atuang steel. And mao ni siya ang example picture sa corrosion na nahitabo sa reinforced concrete. And we all know kung mataya ang atuang steel, mas dili na siya durable. Dali na lang siya maguba. Let's proceed sa next, bonding admixtures. Bonding admixtures are used to create a bond between old and fresh concrete surface. In general, if fresh concrete is poured over a hardened concrete surface, there is a chance of failure of fresh concrete surface due to weak bond with old surface. To make the bond stronger, bonding admixtures are added to cement or mortar grout which is applied on the concrete surface just before placing fresh concrete. This type of admixtures are used for pavement overlays, screed over roof provisions, repair work, and etc. Bonding admixtures are water emulsions and they are made from natural rubber, synthetic rubbers, polymers like polyvinyl chloride, polyvinyl acetate, and etc. So, ang purpose sa bonding admixture is to create a strong bond between old and fresh concrete surfaces. And if dili na to ma-mix or mabutangan og bonding admixtures ang fresh concrete, na possibility na ma-failure ang fresh concrete na atong idikit or atong i-bond sa old surface because naa sila weak bond or hinay ang ilang bond together. So kailangan nato og bonding admixture to create the bond stronger between them. Next, kani mao na siya ang picture or example sa bonding admixture na unsa example picture. Next, fungicidal, germicidal, insecticidal admixtures to prevent the growth of bacteria, germs, fungus on hardened concrete structures. It is recommended that the mix should have fungicidal, germicidal, and insecticidal properties. These properties can be developed by adding admixtures like polyhalogenated phenols, copper, compound, and dilydrin emulsion, and etc. So para dili matubuan og bacteria, germs, fungus ang atuang concrete, mo na siya ginabutangan og fungicidal, germicidal, insecticidal admixtures. So basically kanina admixtures ginagamit para dili lang matubuan og bacteria og germs ang atuang concrete. And here is an example of a concrete na wala nabutangan og ingani na admixture. Ano siya? Mag white. Next, coloring admixtures. Coloring admixtures are the pigments which produce color in the finished concrete. The admixtures used to produce color should not affect the concrete strength. Generally, coloring admixtures are added to cement in a ball mill. Then colored cement can be obtained which can be used for making colored concrete. So, coloring admixtures purpose is to produce color sa atuang concrete. And importante po na ang color dili siya mo affect sa strength sa atong concrete. And here is an example of coloring admixtures and the resultant colors. So, admixture iron or red oxide, color obtained red. Admixture hydroxide of iron, yellow. Barium magnate and ultramarine, blue. Chromium oxide and chromium hydroxide, green. Ferrous oxide, purple. Carbon black. Next, here is an example of coloring admixtures that is mixed on a concrete. Makita na to na siya color because of coloring admixture.
I hope you learned something in my report. Thank you.